Hello and welcome to part 1 of this Skyrim Special Edition 2017 Ultimate Graphics tutorial. In this part we're going to create a stable foundation for our Skyrim Special Edition because we're going to install a lot of mods, and for that we definitely do require some stability before we start modding. Alright, to be really honest with you guys, I did record this part already. It took me a day or something, but eventually I did export a file and I saw it was 30 freaking minutes long, and I thought that's just way too long. So what I did decide to do is just record this entire process again and just try to do it a little bit faster, because half an hour is a lot if we're going to continue with modding with a lot of parts. So I suggest I just keep it short on what we're going to do and how to reset your Skyrim Special Edition. Alright, for the ones who are already familiar with modding Skyrim Special Edition, an example, if you did follow my beta tutorial, you're probably familiar already with Mod Organizer 2. Well, in that case, you really don't need to do much. You can just create a new profile in your Mod Organizer 2, but I strongly suggest for everyone, if you're not using Mod Organizer 2, or if you're using Nexus Mod Manager especially, or if you're completely new to modding, I suggest you clean your Skyrim, make it vanilla again, and the reason for that is that we definitely need a very stable foundation. And I'm going to show you how to do this, and if you don't want to do that, it's at your own risk to continue with the tutorial, but I suggest you follow the following steps to make sure Skyrim Special Edition is clean again. There's only one exception that you should not necessarily do this. That is if you have never ever installed any mod or did do any modification to the game, then in that case you don't need to do these steps. But in every other case, I suggest we're going to uninstall and make sure our Skyrim Special Edition is clean again. Alright, well, before we're going to uninstall, what you want to do now is check your Nexus Mod Manager if you're using mods, or your Mod Organizer, and delete all the mods for now. If you have any mods that you like to use, you can use them after the tutorial, but I strongly suggest you uninstall all the mods. Alright, right, once you've done that, you can go to your Steam library. You can find the Skyrim Special Edition, and let's see where I actually do have it standing in my Steam, because my library is growing all the time. Right click on it, click on uninstall, click on delete, and in my case Mod Organizer 2 is probably not going to work anymore, so I can delete the shortcut. Then what you also want to do is the following. That's going to your Skyrim Special Edition game folder. That's not this one. Let's see, it's in my games, Steam library, Steam apps, common Skyrim Special Edition. Alright, I like to have my screenshots left, so I'm not going to delete the screenshots, but you can delete everything else which might be in there. And then you also would want to go to your My Documents section, then your My Games and Skyrim Special Edition. Make sure you delete the files in there as well. And if you're using the Steam version, Steam will automatically back up the Save Games folder. So with that, we do have a clean version. We have fully uninstalled the Skyrim Special Edition. So if you want to then if you've done that, you can now reinstall Skyrim Special Edition just by installing the game. And if you don't want to do this, if you have a very slow internet connection, then you can also follow a step guide to make Skyrim Special Edition clean again. So if you don't want to reinstall everything, you can follow that guide as well. But again, I strongly suggest you clean it like this, because that means we have a clean foundation to start modding. Alright, then click on next. And what is important, before I forget this, do not install Skyrim Special Edition on your Program Files 86 folder. This because this Windows folder has some problem with administrative rights. Just install it on any other freaking folder than C Program Files. So in my case, I actually have it installed in another drive. That's no problem as well. But make sure to have a Steam library on a other folder than C Program Files. So in my case, let's see, I have two options, but I'm going to install it under Games Steam. Then click on next. Then let's install it, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, after your installation of Skyrim Special Edition finished, what you want to do now is start it just one time to make sure the necessary ini files are being generated. So what you can do is click on play after it finished installing. Then on first startup it's going to take a while until it's initializing all settings. Let's wait for it. Then you will get this pop-up. Click on OK, click on OK again, click on options. You want to disable anti-aliasing because the EMB is going to take over its effects later on. In advanced mode you can also disable screen space ambient occlusion because the EMB is also providing us with ambient occlusion later when we're going to install it. And for the rest you can leave everything on high, so that's okay like this. Then press play and start a new game and then just quit it. But you have to do this because the ini files need to be generated. So do that first and then I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, after you start your Skyrim Special Edition for the first time, we now can download Mod Organizer 2 with its required plugin for Skyrim Special Edition, and then afterwards we can download and install SSEedit and Loot. So let's first start with Mod Organizer 2. I still do advise Beta 3 for Mod Organizer 2 instead of the regular Mod Organizer because I think Mod Organizer 2 never let me down in any way. It works perfectly, so I suggest you also use that. You can also download the regular version because I thought it was released a couple of weeks ago for Skyrim Special Edition, but anyway, I did decide to choose for Mod Organizer 2. So what you want to download is Mod Organizer 2, the executable file, and you want to save it in your created folders if you did create those folders. Else you can still now create 11 folders and name them something like I have here, or just name them step 1 till step 11, or just 1 till 11. And in this first folder, save Mod Organizer 2 exe here in here. Alright, then you can open up modorganizer.exe and click on next, then click on I agree. Then you can check these two check boxes, start menu shortcut and handle Nexus links, then click on next, then browse to your Skyrim Special Edition folder, and let me first open up the folder, Steam Apps Common Skyrim Special Edition, here it is. You don't necessarily have to install it inside your Skyrim Special Edition folder. You can install it in any other folder that you like, because Mod Organizer 2 will just use that folder to temporarily store the mods, because they will be started along with Skyrim Special Edition. That's a little bit different than with Nexus Mod Manager, which pretty simply overrides all of your files. But Mod Organizer works in a very smart way, so you have far more control over your mods. Alright, in Skyrim Special Edition, don't just install it in your main game folder. Create a new folder somewhere. So like this, create new folder, and name it something like MO2, like I've done here. And then check that folder and click on OK to install it there. I'm not going to do that because I already did do that. So, but you should install it right there. Afterwards, you will get a pop-up if Mod Organizer should be started. Click no because we need to download a plugin first before we can start it. And that's this one, Skyrim Special Edition plugin for Mod Organizer 2. Click on Files, download this most upper file. Alright, save it also here in this folder from step 1. And that's this one. It's a compressed archive. You can open it and actually copy this DLL file. Then go to your Skyrim Special Edition main game folder, so the one from Steam Apps Common Skyrim Special Edition. Go to Mod Organizer 2, the folder from it, and then go to the plugins folder and then paste it in here. And I already have it, so it's asking for me to override it. But you should paste it in there to make sure Skyrim Special Edition works with Mod Organizer 2. So then let's, oh sorry, I need to tell you that you can also, let me check, create a shortcut to Mod Organizer 2, which is really required to do. You can find it here. Going to Skyrim Special Edition, go to the MO2 folder that you did create to install Mod Organizer 2, and this big blue icon, modorganizer.exe, right click on it, create a shortcut to it, and I suggest you place it on your desktop so you know for sure that you have quick, easy access to it. Then you can double click on Mod Organizer 2. Alright, and you will see this screen, and it should be able to detect your Skyrim Special Edition. And what you can do then is what I always do, click on Configure Settings and download, and check this box, download meta information, so you you can see a little bit more information about the downloaded mods. And that is pretty much it for Mod Organizer 2. And then we also want to download and install SSEedit and Loot. And we want SSEedit because it will clean our Skyrim Special Edition master files to provide us with a stable foundation for modding. So open it up, click on Files, and download this SSEedit 3.2 and save it into your folder where you also have saved Mod Organizer 2 executable and the plugin. Alright, then I suggest you go to your game folder again. Let's see. No, sorry, no, that's not true. What you want to do now is create a folder somewhere. It doesn't really matter. An example, I did create it here in my program folder and mod tools, but create it just somewhere. Again, it does not really matter, but you need to find it back because we're going to need those two folders later. And create a folder somewhere and name it mod tools. All right. Then what we did we did download SSEedit. So go to the game folder, open up the compressed. No, sorry, that's this one, SSEedit. This is the one that you did download, the 7-zip file. It's just a compressed archive. Then what you want to do, you want to copy it, or yeah, I think that's just the fastest way to do that, and paste it here in your mod tools folder and just extract it. So you will have SSEedit 3.2, and it will have the contents of this folder. So extract SSEedit or create a new folder SSEedit and extract the content of this pack to the folder SSEedit, and it will look something like this. Let me just delete the compressed archive, not needed to save that anymore. And then we're also going to need Loot. So follow the link, click on download Loot. It's a load order optimization tool. And then you need this file, Loot Installer. Download it and save it also in your folder where you have all the other setup files. And let me show you how it looks when you install Loot. Loot Installer, click on Run. Alright, click on OK. Same applies for here. Make sure you install it in your created mod tools folder for Loot. Then click on Next, and you don't need to create a desktop shortcut, and then continue with it. But I'm not going to do that because I already did install Loot, so no needed for me. And then you have successfully no, you actually don't have successfully installed it, but you have installed it so it can be used with Mod Organizer 2. And how to do that, I will show you. Click on the gears icon here. And I already have both SSEedit and Loot installed, but let me just remove SSEedit so I can re-edit for you guys to show how it looks. And sometimes a bug happens when I click on the gears icon again. Sometimes it reappears, but in this case it does not reappear. Okay, I can't remove Loot, so for that I can't show you how to edit, but I can show you how to edit SSEedit, and you can then add Loot in the same way. Okay, so again, do it like this. Click on the gears icon, type in SSEedit in the title for the binary, go to mod tools, the folder that you did create, go to the SSEedit folder, and then add the SSEedit executable. Then click on Add, and then click on Close, and it should be in here. And for Loot, that's pretty much the same way. Click on the gears icon, type in Loot here. For the binary, go to mod tools, Loot, and loot that executable. And I already have Loot, so I'm not going to add it, but you can do that. And then once you have done that, you will see both tools popping up in your executables here in Mod Organizer 2. Alright, and the reason we can't run it just from the mod tools folder, so like this, is because Mod Organizer 2 works a little bit differently than Nexus Mod Manager. It runs mods along with Skyrim Special Edition. It does not override anything, and for that, Loot and SSEedit won't work for cleaning mods or fixing load orders. There's one exception. If you would run it right now, it would definitely see the base plugins, and those are Skyrim, Update, Dawnguard, Dragonborn, and Heartfires. You can clean those because those will not be affected by Mod Organizer 2. Alright, but we're going to run it like this from Mod Organizer 2, and that only leaves one more step because we're not going to loot right now. We're not going to use loot right now because we don't have any loot order to fix, but we're going to clean our master files with SSEedit. So make sure you check in this drop down menu SSEedit, then click on run. Alright, and you will have this list that will pop up. Then you want to right click on it, select none, and we first want to clean our update.esm. And by the way, never ever clean Skyrim.esm, never do that. Okay, we're going to clean our update.esm, so check that box. And for this, we're going to need Skyrim.esm because it's the master plugin from update.esm. But we're not going to clean Skyrim.esm, we're going to clean only update.esm, but Skyrim.esm is required. So click on OK, and then it's going to take a little while, but not too long because it's finished already. Then what you want to do is right click on update.esm. You want to click on this apply filter for cleaning, and this is going to take a while, so let's wait for it. Alright, and once it's applied its filter for cleaning, you will see it like this. Right click on update.esm and check this box, remove identical to master records, and you will see this very scary looking pop-up. Click on yes, I'm absolutely sure, and then it should be pretty much instantaneously. Then right click on it again and click on undelete and disable references, and wait for this until it's finished. Alright, once that's finished, you can close SSEedit and you will have this pop-up. Normally I think you have backup plugins checked, but keep it off for the core ESM files because we don't need a backup of the dirty plugins from Skyrim Special Edition. So just click on OK while you have checked update.esm. So click on OK, and that's pretty much it. When you want to try to run SSEedit one more time, it's probably going to crash, yeah, like this. So close it. You get a crash, that's normal. Then run Mod Organizer 2 one more time, because we also need to clean the other ESM files. The reason why it's crashing is because the newer versions of Mod Organizer work a little bit differently with cleaned master files, how they handle it, and they set the cleaned versions in a so-called override folder, and I will show you this later, don't worry too much about it now. What you want to do is uncheck Hardfires and Dragonborn, and you want to check Skyrim.esm, update.esm, and Dawnguard.esm, because we want to fix, or we want to clean Dawnguard.esm right now. Click on OK. Let it load Dawnguard.esm. Alright. I think it's ready. Or no, it's still building references info. And that's finished. Okay. Right click on Dawnguard.esm, click on apply filter for cleaning here as well, and let's wait a little bit. Alright, then right click on Dawnguard.esm and check remove identical to master records here as well. Click on yes, I'm absolutely sure. Then you want to right click again and check undelete and disable references. And once that's finished, you can close it again. Make sure you save changes to Dawnguard.esm. Don't back up the old dirty Dawnguard.esm. No need for that. Alright, and then I'll show you it will crash again when you run it. So you need to restart Mod Organizer 2 for Hardfires and Dawnguard. So, sorry, Hardfires and Dragonborn still are left to be cleaned. Check Skyrim.esm, update.esm, Hardfires.esm, click OK. Let's wait until it finished loading. It should be pretty fast because it's a smaller DLC. Yeah, it's finished. Okay, right click on Hardfires.esm, apply filter for cleaning, and let's wait. Alright, then you have the filter applied for cleaning. Then click on remove identical to master records. Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Once that's finished, you again want to check undelete and disable references. Alright, then close it, save Hardfires.esm as well. Alright, now we know it's going to crash. Also, once you close Mod Organizer 2, it's give this error message. We need to start it one more time. Yeah, sometimes this happens as well. Once you close it, it's taking a little while for Mod Organizer 2 to close. Let's see if it runs again. Yeah, it runs again. Run SSEedit one last time. Select none. Select Skyrim.esm, update.esm, and Dragonborn.esm, our last but biggest DLC, which we need to clean. Alright. right click on drag, wait for it to be finished. That may take a little while longer, so let's wait for it. Alright, then right click on it, apply filter for cleaning, and wait a little bit for that because this is the biggest DLC. Alright, then right click on it again and check for the last time, remove identical to master records. Click on yes, I'm absolutely sure. Then click one more time for it and check undelete and disable references. And once that's finished, you also need to save Dragonborn at ESM, of course. Click on OK. Alright, then let's close it one more time. And what we want to do now is the following. Again, what I just said is that the latest versions of Mod Organizer work a little bit differently with SSEedit or Test5 edit or Test4 edit or Fallout edits. Because normally the ESMs would just have been cleaned, but now for some reason the cleaned plugins are being placed in the override folder of Mod Organizer 2. And what we need to do is right click on here. There are many solutions for this, but the easiest way is just right click here, create an empty mod, name it something like cleaned plugins. I think that would be the easiest way to fix this. Click on OK. Then you want to, for some reason it also does not appear already, so what you want to do is right click on it and refresh, and then here it is. Then you want to open up the override folder again, and you want to select all the ESM files, and you want to drag and drop them to the cleaned plugins folder. And now what is pretty important is that you check the cleaned plugins folder. Then right click on it, click on refresh again, so this flags also disappears. So then close Mod Organizer 2 for now and restart it. And then one last test is to open up Skyrim Special Edition, run it, see if everything works fine, and then you are running Skyrim Special Edition with the clean plugins, so you have a stable foundation. So do that right now, and then after everything runs fine, we have finished this part of the tutorial.